Hello everybody, it's me again. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to tell you about how wasted I got a couple of days ago and complain about how not difficult, how tedious it is to try to find a job. But because I think that not many people will care about the complaining, I will start with the story of how I got super duper drunk. Um, it was at a friend's party. One of my friends was leaving the country to go to university. Not leaving the country, going to a different place in the country, very far away, to go to university. And they hosted a party for, everybody to get together, to say one final goodbye, and to have fun before they leave. And we were going to drink at this party, right? So it was about 10 people, I think. Everybody brought drinks. Me and my friend, we pull up a bit later. Me and another friend, because the one that's going to win and the one that I came with. We pull up and we brought some Bacardi, and we all go into the party. At this point, it's like 5:30 p.m. And we just chill there. We talk with people. Nobody really drunk until about 7:30/8, right? So we just chilled there. We just talk, hang out, have fun. We played Mario Kart. I'm very good at Mario Kart. I won the matches on a full speed build on 200cc. It was so funny. I styled on them. And then the friend that's going away to study is also pretty good at Mario Kart. He was winning, and then he gave his controller to me, and then I started winning. Maybe it was just the controller being super good. I don't know. But yeah, we played Mario Kart, we talked, and then we started drinking. And we started off with Jaeger bombs, which is a cup, a glass of Red Bull, and you fill a shot with Jaeger, and then you drop it in the glass, and then you drink that as like one drink, and it mixes. It's pretty cool. And I had one Jaeger bomb, and I was like, damn, this is actually so good. So I had another one, and then I walked around for a bit, and it was hitting me, and I was, healing, kind of there. And then I was like, dude, I'm just gonna have another one. So I had a third one, and then I we continued. These three were like in very quick succession of each other. Not much happened between them. Then another person in the party comes up to me and he's like, "Yo, can I have a Jaeger bomb?" I'm like, "Sure." And I made him one, and then he was like, "Oh, no, it wasn't Jaeger bomb. It was vodka. We had shots of I had three Jaeger bombs, and then a person in the party comes up to me. He's like, "Yeah, can I have a shot of vodka?" So I pour him a shot of vodka, and I match him. So I have a shot of vodka, and then the friend that I came to the party with, he made me some Bacardi with orange juice, and then I had that, and then I had vodka with Sprite. But I was already so drunk by the point when I was mixing the vodka and the Sprite together that I'm pretty sure I mixed it in 1-to-1 ratios, in a 1-to-1 ratio. So that was incredible. It tasted so disgusting if I remember correctly. But I did end up drinking it. And so this was when I started getting super duper drunk. As I was drinking this vodka with Sprite, I had this cup. My friend gave me an M&M's cup, and I had vodka and Sprite in there. That is also another reason why I messed up the ratio so much, is because the cup's not see-through, so I was just pouring it based on feeling. And listen, that's what I ended up with, 1-to-1 ratio. It was crazy. And so while I was drinking this cup of vodka and Sprite, it's like all of the alcohol started hitting me so much faster at once. And I remember just my vision starting to swim, and I was just getting so just dumb from the drinking and so uncoordinated. I could barely stand up at this point. And I saw that some people had disappeared from the room. They went to another room in the house. But there were people on the floor playing Knuckles, the game where you throw these like metal pebbles up and you have to catch them, but also picking up metal pebbles from the floor. And I laid down on the floor with my cup, and I was just watching them play the game, and like it was so entertaining. It was so funny just watching. Like they would throw up a pebble, and then not catch it, and that was the funniest thing I have ever seen. They also had these sour candies, super sour candies, and they gave me one, but I did not feel any sourness. The group of people gave me a sour candy. I did not feel any sourness. At that point, all I could taste was alcohol. But yes, and then they offered for me to try to play the Knuckles game, and I did. I could barely catch one. Like, I would throw one knuckle up, and then pick up one off of the floor, and barely be able to catch the one that I just threw up in the air. That is how drunk I am. Any more than one, I could not do. And it was like the fact that I even caught them amazes me, to be honest, because my vision was going in waves and like going blurry. That's how I can describe my vision. Obviously, there's the mental effects of being that drunk as well, and the uncoordinationness, but that is what my vision was like, and my hands were just not going where I wanted them to. The fact that I caught those pebbles was a. I'm gonna cough 1 second. Yeah, the fact that I caught those pebbles is crazy. I don't know how I did that. And so I play the Knuckles game, and then I get bored of it, and so I give the Knuckles back to people, and I finish my glass of vodka and cup of vodka and Sprite. It wasn't filled all the way. I think I filled it like halfway, but it was a pretty big cup. So a quarter of that being vodka is kind of insane. And at this point, I decided to go find the friend whose party it was. And so I climb up the stairs. I had to crawl up the stairs because I could not walk. I crawl up the stairs, and one of my friends, another one of my friends, we are basically all friends at the party, so it was show. One of my friends, another one of my friends, he was walking behind me, making sure that I didn't tumble backwards off of the stairs, right? And so I crawl up the stairs and I go onto the second floor and then onto the veranda, where I see my friend sitting in a chair, and he's just talking with the other people who went up there as well. And I walk up to him and I go, "Yo, I am so drunk." And he looks at me and just goes, "Oh my God, I am too. We are so drunk." And then just the face expression that he made at me was so funny. And then this is kind of the point where I stop remembering things. I still do remember it kind of, and will continue the story from the like what I've pieced together from people telling me stuff. But this is the point at which I stop remembering things, right? So I'm still somehow getting more and more drunk as I'm just walking around. It is probably just the alcohol digesting in my stomach. And so I talk to him for a bit, and then as I want to go downstairs, sorry, this just wave of sadness hits me because I am so sad because my girlfriend left to China for 2 weeks, and so I was so sad that she wasn't there. and when I was that drunk, I just did not process anything except being sad. So I just started crying. I just started crying. And so my friend who I came to the party with, he was like helping me walk around and stuff. Or even sit. I think he said that we just sat there for a bit and I cried for ages. And then this is where like, I no longer remember anything visually past this part. But apparently everybody except me and like two people went to get pizza and I got left alone in the house. And when the people came back with the pizza, the friend that I came to the party with, he found me lying in the backyard in the recovery position. And he was asking what happened, and they were like, "Oh, he's vomiting so much." And I do remember the action of vomiting, but that was a bit later because my friend, he comes over to me and he like picks me up, I guess, and I think I wake up and I just start vomiting again. And I was vomiting, crying because I was sad, and laughing because I was having such a good time from when I was drunk, because I was so drunk. It was insane, apparently. I, I, my friend also told me that he asked me if I had drunken more, and I said yes. I don't know how I managed to do that because I don't remember, which must mean that I was so insanely drunk that like, bro, how? But I guess that happened. And so he picks me up, and I just continue vomiting. I remember the vomit coming out of my throat, and I have this one image I remember in my head of a piece of vomit, like a strand of vomit, just hanging out of my mouth while I was sitting, and I was just vomiting, and then I stopped vomiting after like 2 hours, I think. And at this point, it is close to 11, maybe 10:30, and my friend who I came to the party with, he had to shower me because I was covered, absolutely covered in my own vomit. So he showered me, and I remember actually being in the bathroom alone because he left me in there to go change. I do I do somehow remember that, and that's because I got changed, and as I was walking out of the bathroom, the door lock was so funny. It was like the door handle was one that you just like pull down, you know? It's a rectangle attached to the door and you just like rotate it down 45 degrees or 90 degrees to open the door. But the lock is like a pin that you push in and out and it's so thin. And I just remember being drunk and being like, what if I accidentally break this? That'll be so sad. But also, this is so funny. Why is it designed like that? That's crazy. So I remembered that, and that's it. And apparently, after I came out of the shower, I just immediately vomited on myself again and then passed out. And I passed out at like 11, and I slept until 8 a.m., I think. And I woke up and I was still drunk. I remember this because after I slept, I remember everything again in the story. And when I woke up, I was still drunk, but I did not realize that I was still drunk yet, so I was just so confused. And I looked out the window and I see daylight and I go, "What? How is it daytime?" I thought I just lost consciousness for a bit, but it's daytime. I'm lying in a bed that I did not make, and I wasn't wearing my clothes. That was so funny. I got changed by somebody else into the friend's clothes who was hosting the party. So I woke up wearing somebody else's clothes. I was like, how? What happened? So I stand up, immediately almost fall over because I'm still drunk. Realize, 1 second, I'm gonna cough. realize that I'm still drunk, walk out of the room and go to the room where I was the other night. And I see the rest of my friends and they're like, yo, what's up? Hello, hello. And two, no, everybody that stayed for the sleepover at the party, except me, ended up not sleeping at all. So it was a really funny contrast between me, who was completely still just drunk, and after, I think, getting alcohol poisoning because the friends, they wanted to go get my stomach pumped. I did not end up doing it. We did not end up doing it, but that was a genuine suggestion that happened. And, me vomiting for 2 hours and passing out completely. It was crazy. And after I walked into the room, yes, it was a very funny contrast between them being completely sleep deprived and then sane from staying up all night, and me still being drunk and just dead. And so we just talk for a while because the parents of the friend who hosted it did not let people drive home for a bit because they were concerned with us crashing our cars and stuff like that, right? So we stayed there and we talked, and then I took me and the friend who I brought to the party home, and then I that was crazy, but that's basically the story. Now, second topic, because I want this video to be 26 minutes to match with the League gameplay. 25 minutes, okay. I just looked on Premiere Pro, I have it open in the background. But I will complain about how tedious it is to get a job. So, I have been handing out so many resumes. I've handed out 58 paper resumes so far. And I've gotten messaged back once, and it's not even for an interview. It's people saying that they might have an opening in the future and that I should apply online. And it's like, bro, 58, 58. How many was it going to take to get an actual job? Because I think it is insane how, like, no, no, it's not insane because if people don't want to employ somebody, that is their right, and it is understandable. Like, you can just literally not need workers. But how do all of the businesses already have enough people employed? Like literally every single one. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did they employ enough people to have enough people when they're all already full? How do people get employed? Because I've been going around and handing out my resumes and it's not working. Maybe I should apply online more. Who knows? I don't like doing it because it feels so unreliable. Like, I like walking into the store and giving them my resume and talking with them and being like, yo, you guys should hire me. I'm here and I'm so good at this game. You know? Like, I'm bronze free in League. You guys should hire me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it just is not happening. But I will continue handing out my resumes until I get a job. So I guess that is going to be an interesting test. How many paper resumes will I have to hand out before I get a job? 100, 200? Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Write it in the comments, Oh, look at me, YouTuber man. You guys should comment on the video, like and subscribe. Nah, shut up, man. Get out of here. Don't advertise. That's so cringe. Yes. While I was handing out resumes today, it started raining. Sorry, headphones turning off. I keep on forgetting they do this. But it started raining, and I was walking around in the rain handing out resumes. But the sad part is that mine are made of paper, so some of the papers got wet. And I did not hand in the wet papers as a resume because I think I have more self-respect than doing that. And I don't think anybody's gonna hire you if you hand them a soaked piece of paper as your resume. So I gave out the dry ones from the middle of the stack, but the edges got kind of wrecked. It was sad. I paid for printing those resumes and I had to throw some of them away. Scam. So scam. But that's my job hunting story so far. It's like I just walk around, hand out resumes. It's honestly not that bad. Like, I'm only complaining because I don't know how many more it's gonna take. The uncertainty and just the random chance of it is what I don't like. But the actual process itself is not that bad. Even printing resumes is very cheap. I found a place that does them for 15 cents a page, so that's very nice. I just go there, print a bunch, and then I drive to another place and I just hand them out. So I've done two places, two areas around my house where I can get to without having to go on the highway because I don't want to drive on the highway to get to my job since there's going to be so much traffic in the morning and afternoon. So I'm trying to find a job where I won't be stuck in traffic. And 58 resumes so far. Hopefully somebody messages me back. It's been a week since I handed the other ones out. So hopefully soon, maybe, I don't know. It's good to have hope. You know, if like crazy part is you can't even ask people like, oh, how did you get employed? How did you get employed? People are just like, oh, I applied to this place online and they accepted me. Oh, I just walked in and was like, yo, do you guys need work? Or it's like, damn, I wish it worked like that for me as well. Every place I got rejected from a place, not from handing in my resume to a place because I was not Chinese. Isn't that crazy? I walked in and was like, hello, you guys hiring? I would like to give you my resume. And they looked at me and they were like, no, sorry, not Chinese. We only hire Chinese. I was like, bruh, what is this? Racism. That was crazy. But yeah, some places are just not hiring. Some are taking my resume. I think if I had to estimate how many took my resume versus how many did not take my resume, I would say that around 70 to 80% of places do actually take your resume, which is a good thing in my opinion, because another friend told me that they keep it and they will message you or contact you if they ever have an opening in the future. I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, that would be very nice. However, uh, no, nobody has contacted me yet, so I guess I just have to be patient and wait. Hmm, what else can I add to this topic? I guess. Oh, advice. Anybody who's handing out their resume as well, here is just like some pro tips that I learned from doing it for a little bit. Go on Monday and semi early because that's when managers are going to be in the store. They're not really in the stores on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. However, I think they come to the store on like Friday or Thursday sometimes, but Monday is the most reliable day to catch managers. And obviously, you want to hand in your resume to the manager. You don't just want to give it to an employee because you might as well skip the middleman and improve the chances of the manager seeing your. 1 second, I got a cough. Sorry. Sorry, yeah, I'm so sick. Maybe my voice will sound different as well because my nose is kind of blocked, but I'm sick. It's very sad. It is very sad. Anyway, make sure to go in on Monday so you can catch the manager and give them your resume because they're the ones that hire people, or they can contact somebody else that hires people. And you might as well skip the middleman because you never know if the worker is just gonna say yes, yes, I'll give your resume to somebody, and then they just throw it away. I don't know how much that happens. I personally wouldn't do that if somebody handed me their resume because I don't think that giving your passing on somebody's resume is gonna threaten your job, right? It's not like they're gonna fire you and replace you with another person. That sounds not real. So, but yeah, you never know, I guess. Don't trust random people or trust random people. Who knows? Who knows? But that's my experience with getting a job. I only have to speak for 30 more seconds, so I guess should I do outro? I could do the outro. I think I'll do the outro. Alright. Thank you for watching, guys. You are so awesome and amazing. and I love every single one of you, even though there are not many of you who watch to the end, but that's just how it be. Attention spans nowadays are staggeringly low, so yeah. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Advertising's cringe, even though I'm doing it now, and uh, yeah, actually don't like and don't subscribe. Okay, bye.